guys, welcome to Reen's Place. Today we are making a simple, quick, easy dinner. It is a French onion chicken bubble up bake. Ingredients are very few, so let me show you what I got here. In a bowl you're going to need about 2 cups of chicken. I'm using home canned quart of ugly chicken, just means raw packed chicken. You can use leftover chicken, rotisserie chicken, canned chicken from the store, whatever you got. You need about 2 cups or so. Then you're going to need 1 can of biscuits, a can of mushroom soup, or you could use a different kind if you want. That's what I prefer. You could use chicken as well. You're going to need some French onion dip. Okay, so the recipe calls for a cup. I always put the whole container in, which is 16 ounces. I've also done this recipe before with just sour cream and a packet of Lipton's onion soup mix. You're going to need some cheddar cheese, about 1.5 cups. And this is optional. This is the onion soup mix like Lipton's, but I buy this from Azure Standard. I can link it. And you can just use this, but I like to put a tablespoon of this in just because I like to. So let's get started. Oh, and I don't know if I said French fried onions. This is just a little tiny bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to need the other bag or not. But you probably need about 2 cups of that as well. So in a casserole dish, let me just say I also have my oven. I believe I'm going to check. I'm going to check real quick. I have to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Okay. Now I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. And you just need to spray a 9x12 casserole or butter it, whatever you want to do. Okay, so start with a large bowl. It's not going to be this big, but it's just easier to mix it in a large bowl, so that's what I do. I also just want to say real quick that a few years ago I made a recipe like this with, let me just see where, okay, there we are, with noodles instead of biscuits, a French onion noodle casserole. It was delicious. It's still one of my favorites, so I will link that recipe below. I think it was like so early on, not a lot of people watched that one, so go back and watch that one. It's definitely worth the watch. Into this now, I'm going to add my mushroom soup. And I just use store brand. What is this? Great Value. Whatever you like is fine. And then I'm going to use the French onion dip. Again, it says 8 ounces, but what am I going to do with the other half of this container? Nothing. I'm going to throw it in. I'd rather have it creamy than dry because I don't like that. Plus you're adding in a couple extra biscuits because I believe this recipe was for like those small home style biscuits that you used to get, and I haven't seen them in the store in years, literally years. So that all goes in. If you're adding any additional, what is this called? If you're adding any additional soup mix, you can do that part now. I'm just doing a heaping teaspoon, which is probably like a tablespoon or so. You don't have to do that again. And if you can't get the onion dip, just make your own. Okay, so that's that. Do I need this anymore? I do not. Let's get this mixed up. I'm just going to grab my pepper real quick. Okay, I like to add some black pepper to this. If you don't like it, don't add it. I'm not adding any salt because I feel like the onion soup and the, what else do we have in here? The cream of mushroom, that stuff's salty enough as is. Okay, if you hear my dogs going, my husband's outside in the yard, in the driveway, working on the van, and they hear him and they want him to come in. Okay, so at this point I'm going to put about 1 cup in. I have small hands, so do with that as you will. Mix this in. This really is such a good, quick, easy meal. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. Get our cutting board. Let me see if I need to go down a little. Okay. And then I'm just using, these are the Aldi ones. Pillsbury has them. Whatever you get, store brand is fine. Wait a Fred. Sorry about that, guys. The joys of having a tiny dog. Okay, so I'm just showing you. I'm cutting it into, I don't know, it's a little piece of paper there on that biscuit. I don't know, probably like 8s. Again, do it however you want. I just feel like this is the easiest to cut it like you're cutting a pie. Okay. I have been really doing a lot of casseroles lately. I feel like these quick dinners add a little bit of variety. It uses up, you know, like a lot of these things I'm doing with canned chicken, or mine is home canned, but again, I know some of you guys have stored some store-bought canned chicken. I feel like it's a good way to use those cans of chicken, you know, to rotate your pantry. And also, it's summertime now, and this would be great in the fall and winter, but I also feel like I don't want to be bothered cooking in the summertime. I have other stuff I want to do. We're doing some gardening on the back deck. Just potted plants, but love it. Okay, so then we're just going to mix this in. And you want everybody covered with that soup mixture so it's not dry. Okay. Wow, that just didn't even make it near the dish. Okay, so into your casserole dish. You're just going to put this in there. Make sure you scrape your bowl and get all that goodness. Okay. And again, if you see my other video, I don't even know how old it was. I think it was like around Halloween that I made it. It might have been Halloween, actually. Probably 4 or 5 years ago. But, let me just wash my hands real quick. And that other recipe that I did with the noodles came from, what was the name of that channel? Without a Cape. This, I just like to add a little bit of cheese on top. Nothing much. That was a lot right there. Just a little bit. I feel like you can't go wrong with a little extra cheese. And I don't measure, I just put a little bit on. This is probably like a half a cup. And then last but not least, I'm going to put some French onions on top. And again, do this to your liking. Yeah, I think that's good enough. I'm not going to add any more. I'm not going to open that bag for this. So this is going into my preheated 350-degree oven. I'm going to check it at like 40 minutes. Should be 35 to 40 minutes. I'll check it then, and I will come back when we pull it out. Okay, guys, it's 40 minutes. I just pulled it out of the oven. It is literally still bubbling. It looks and smells delicious, as I know it will be. So I'm going to let this cool down for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll come up and plate some up for you. Okay, we're back. It's been about 10 minutes, and I'm going to dig in. Trying to get some of the yummy chicken part in there too. Sorry about that. Okay, I just scooped it out. Delicious looking as always. Can't wait to dig into this one. I know I like it because I've made it before, but let's see. Let me grab a photo. Let's see. Take a quick photo for the thumbnail. I'm going to try to get a little chicken, a little biscuit. It's so good. This is pure comfort food. And as I said earlier, you know, like this could be a great fall meal. But I also feel like summer is busy. And I can get this whole thing made in the oven in less than an hour. So, yay me. But I hope you guys give this one a try. Excuse me. It's a great way to use up leftovers, canned chicken, home canned chicken. Any of my canners out there, you know that you make ugly chicken, which is the raw packed chicken. Doesn't look great in the jar, but man, is it delicious. And so easy to add to these casseroles when you're trying to get dinner on the table quick. So I'm going to round this video up here. What I did want to tell you is that for other great recipe ideas, go to the Pillsbury, the Pillsbury.com website, and they have a ton of bubble up baked casserole recipes. That's where originally this one came from. Like I said, I do the casserole with the noodles that I got from somebody else years and years ago. So I will link that below. But I hope you guys like this recipe. Certainly give it a try. I definitely like to add that extra sour cream in there, which is different from what the recipe on the website says. But I really do feel like I'm not going to use that. And I just like it creamier. So it's great also for when you warm it up. It gives you that little bit extra. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. And it really helps the channel when you do that to interact. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. And if you think you know of somebody who might enjoy this recipe, please share it with them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.